Right, as the beginning band is next to the stage, we're going to have a setup crew come up to get set up for the beginning strings. You notice in your program, at the very end of the program, you see that we have a combined number with intermediate strings. So just like with the beginning band program, the beginning strings program was the first level for our strings program. We also have an intermediate strings program, which is for students to stay in probably 2 or 3 years usually. And then we have a junior orchestra, which is typically made up of about middle school age kids for about 2 or 3 years, and then the students who would move into the symphony orchestra for their high school years. So our beginning strings is conducted by Mrs. Christina Blackburn, and then I believe the combined piece will be conducted by Mrs. Rebecca Artis, who will be conducting our intermediate strings, which will be next week if you come. So next week, at the same time, in the same place, we'll have our middle school level bands and choir singing out for you. And then 2 weeks from yesterday, at Covenant Life Community Church, we will have our senior groups, that is, be our chancel choir and our symphony orchestra play for you. And if you have never been to the concert for our senior groups, I suggest you come. This time in particular is going to be rather special. We're going to be doing an organ symphony, and for those of you who were at the concert in Christmas time, you might have seen this big, huge organ that was up behind us at the church there. We're planning to use that with the orchestra, so it'll be something kind of special. So if we can make it, that'll be at 7 o'clock on May 20th, Monday, May 20th. Right, so we'll take a little more time. So after the concert's over, what I'd like you to do is, if you have kids here who are performing, please make sure they go to wherever the room was that they warmed up in, get all of their stuff, get it all packed up, and bring it with them out of there so we can close down all those rooms. All right, and then we do have refreshments after the concert, and those are going to be down this hall that way, so you can kind of follow the crowd to get to all the refreshments. We would appreciate it if you make sure your students go and get their stuff cleaned up before they go get their cookies. Really like that. Also, we're very, very thankful to Pinway Church for allowing us to use their facilities. We want to treat them with respect as well. So if you would please enjoy your refreshments in the fellowship hall only. Don't bring any cookies out of there, please. We don't have crumbs all over church. Just keep them out there, and then if you have a problem, you can go ahead and clean it up there. Like I said, we have a concert next Tuesday. We have a concert this coming a week from 2 weeks from Monday. And then also, when you walk out the door, if you want to, we have a couple people who will be holding little donation baskets. So if you'd like to donate to HSMA, we would appreciate that. You can put them in the baskets there and go straight to our programs to help pay for the concert venues and personal venues and connectors and all that too. So a lot of chairs to set up here. We've been very blessed since COVID. The year of COVID, we had a kind of a rough year. A lot of things going on. And after that, we've had really large beginning band, beginning string groups. Our elementary programs come back with good numbers as well. We're really thankful for choir programs as well. So we're looking forward to the next several years. As Liza said, we're really growing well. This coming fall, we're going to have something new we've never had. 30 years of HSMA, we're going to have a guitar class. So Mr. Apple is up here. He's going to be teaching our guitar class. So if you have a kid who wants to play guitar, we'd love to have you sign up for that on the website. And then you will be asked to do a placement for that. This is not designed to be a beginning guitar class. We want some people to have a little bit of experience this first year. Maybe in future years we'll have a beginning class as well. Right now it'll be just one class for people who aren't going to do it a little bit. And we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a guitar choir. It's not going to be just like solo guitar things. It's going to have them actually play together in an ensemble, kind of like we do with our other groups as well.
I just want to take this moment as they're coming out and getting on the stage to just say a personal thank you to Audrey Francher. She has been a tremendous blessing to me. She comes and in the hall before class starts, she opens cases with kids and tunes violins. I know Mr. Benson has been there a few times and tuned. And just that little tiny, 10 minutes of her time makes a huge difference in the rehearsal for my time. So I just want to say, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. It's wonderful. We love you, Audrey. And then to Joey Blackburn. He is so faithful. Every week he comes and he moves about 26 chairs in and 26 chairs out, beginning of rehearsal and end of rehearsal. And his rehearsal night is about 3.5 hours long. And he just does it so faithfully and so kind, and he just gives his energy and his effort, and I don't want to move that many chairs. I'm really glad to have him. I'm really grateful that he's there and that he does that for us. I think Mr. Shonsky was already mentioned. He is just a star on that piano. He makes things up on the spot when I need them. Just, you know, earlier you see the 3 classes at the beginning. That is our general music program. And in our general music program, we have the 2 to 5s, the 5 to 7s, and the 7 to 9-year-olds. And I hope you could see a progression in what they were able to do. My kids, they got up here and it looks like a song and a dance. But we can say all the right words and we can count all of that music and we can even write it on the board now. So these guys have really put a lot of effort and energy into making these rehearsal nights smooth and flow easy. And I just want to say thank you and I appreciate you. And if I haven't mentioned you, I still thank you. I know there's a lot of behind the scenes people who do a lot. I teach 3 classes on Monday night, so I am back to back for 3 hours. And if you didn't help me out, we wouldn't get done. So I just really appreciate you and thank you for all your time and effort.
All right, please join me in welcoming Mrs. Christina Blackburn and the Community Strings.
we played the D scale for you. It was very simple, it was one note at a time. And this time, that was our D scale. So we've come a long ways on our scales, and we wanted you to know.
All right, so we have the area strings coming on up now. We're going to reset the stage a little bit. So like I said, we're going to have refreshments after this song is done. And you just keep them in the fellowship hall down there, that would be great. I want to talk just a little bit too about the registration process. Mrs. Monroe told you that if you register before the picnic, you'll have the opportunity to vote on the t-shirt color for next year. There are some options in there for you. Now, if you register, what are you committing to? Well, by registering, what you're committing to is getting half dozen or so emails over the summer from Mrs. Midlack telling you more about HSMA. That's what you're committing to. If you don't register, you won't get those emails, and then you won't know some things about when things are starting and what's going on. So I would encourage you, if you're thinking about it, register now, and then you get the emails, you know what's going on, and then you come to the first rehearsal, you come to the second rehearsal, and then you decide if you're going to stay the whole year. We decided as a board a few years ago, there were some people who were really concerned about that kind of thing, and since we don't even bill anything until about the third week or so of class, we decided that we just tell everybody, you know, you can come to the first two rehearsals for free, no commitment, and then if you like it, keep coming, if you don't, then you don't need to. Okay, that's your choice. We have been trying really hard to keep our costs down. There was an email that Roger Amos sent out recently that told you that last year we were thinking we'd have to increase tuition this year because of different costs are going up. But with the way things worked out and the amount of growth that we had, we don't need to do that. So the tuitions for next year will be exactly the same as they are this year. The fees will be the same, the tuition is the same as it was last year. We don't expect any changes there. The only change we're seeing right now is that we'll be having the guitar class offered. And we may have some small changes to the schedule. We're not quite sure about that yet. But we're looking at some things that make it a little bit easier for some people. And I suppose it might make things a little harder for some of you, I don't know for sure. But if you just give us a little bit of grace on that, I appreciate it. So we're still getting set up. I don't know for sure how many kids we have here today, but I think it's approaching 40 people. And that's a bit of a stretch for the stage, and it's going to work though. It'll work just fine.
I just wanted to thank all of our helpers. I don't know if you've noticed, but in every group we have had helpers. And one thing that I love about HSMA, just like homeschooling, in the spirit of homeschooling, you see the relationship between the big kids and the little kids. The big kids are watching out for the little kids. Big kids help little kids. So I love how naturally it comes to these kids to just jump in and do something together. And from a young age, they're already learning that if you have an advanced skill, you are a mentor, you're somebody that is being looked up to. So in immediate strengths, we are enjoying so much coming together with beginning strengths and playing this piece for you. So we hope you enjoy it.
your kids clean up their stuff out of the warm room before they get a cookie. And to get your cookie, go out the door, go that way, that way, that way, go that way. Right? So we're prayer will be dismissed. Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for the concert we had tonight. Thank you, Lord, for protecting us from the weather today. Spiritual watch over us as we go home. And bless the time of fellowship we have. Just name pray.